I'm trying to build the team only using the Rule 5 draft, and here's what's happened in our first 4 seasons. We've lost over 100 games every year, but we've also gotten better. But we're getting better at such a slow rate, I'm worried our progress could plateau in this series. Welcome back everybody to the Rule 5 rebuild. This experiment continues. We're going to get into 2027 today. And we now have a few players that have become legitimately stars on this team. Zach Veen, a potential 82 overall, still a couple years away from free agency. I'm interested in what his salary is going to be in the next arbitration year. But he's coming off a 30 home run season, building upon a 28 home run season. Really just putting together the same season twice in a row, honestly. These numbers are so similar. He's one of the best success stories. We've had some success as well at pitcher, but I kind of think Derek Rodriguez is done developing. He's close to free agency as well and took a step back this year statistically in a lot of categories. We at least have a lot of players now in the low to mid 80s, and the hope there is that every year hopefully a couple can just break out and really take a step forward in their development. This is not an easy rebuild to pull off. With so many players now becoming arbitration eligible, I'm interested to see what our payroll becomes, because a lot of players now are going to be making like $3 million a year or sometimes a little bit more, like Dennis Santana. Now, we're not really at the point yet where we have to worry about our budget a ton, but if things were a bit more difficult, then you'd have to think more about like Chadwick Trump getting $3.5 million when he has never hit over 200 in the series. But in the meantime, we just give out the contracts, basically. So there are a couple players we are going to let go. Jeffrey Springs, possibly Luke Raley. I offered him a contract, but not an arbitration offer. And then Davey Gruyan, I think that we made some additions this year at catcher. We're going to move on from him. And we're on to the 5th Rule 5 draft, where again we have the number 1 selection. Now every year we've been drafting less and less players. We only drafted 4 last season, and only 3 of those actually made the team. So we may have a chance to add a good starting pitcher this season. There are some 79 overalls that are really interesting, and we'd love to get some higher strikeout upside on the team. Looks like we could get into the mid-70s here. Adonis Medina has the best K per 9 out of anybody available, overall up to 79. Throws 5 pitches, a 93 mile per hour, 4-seam fastball. A little major league experience here. This is actually really helpful just to see what players have done in the past. 4.64 ERA with a 4.73 FIP. 8 strikeouts per 9 innings. That would be best on the team. The other pitchers in this tier don't have any major league experience. Okay, Gavin Sheets might be interesting. Right now he's batting like cleanup for the White Sox every day. He can play first, left, and right field. Really good development last year. And that's without getting any major league experience too. That's a lot of development actually. He could be a really intriguing option. Maybe to replace like Luke Raley. How about Will Benson? 78 overall, just 26 years old, 75 power versus righties, really good in the field. These are not bad ratings outside of 37 plate vision, which did get better from a year ago. We actually have a tough number 1 pick to make here. On the right hand side of the screen, there are all of the players in our organization by overall at least. Oh, and actually we can look at their stats as well. So we know Rodriguez, I think he's done developing. JT Ginn just didn't really have a great season, and we've given him a few years and we're not seeing a lot of progress. I think we're losing progress. Matt Hall, at least with an ERA in the lower 4s here. Strikeouts got better this past season. Like, do I take a pitcher #1 overall? Dennis Santana doing a really good job. One of our better starters, without a doubt. So, like, in the beginning of this, I felt like the outfield was in a really good spot long term with Zach Veen and Dom Thompson Williams and some of these other options. But I'm really intrigued here by Will Benson. He's got a bit more power than most of these outfielders that we've been playing, and we need those home runs. #1 pick is Will Benson, currently playing for the Aviators. In real life, he's playing in the Cleveland organization, and I wouldn't be shocked if he got up to the majors here within the next year or so. Former first-round pick, and that team really doesn't have a lot going for their major league roster right now. So if we go here to the starting pitchers now, Adonis Medina is still available. I don't want to miss out, you know, because everybody's drafting so many players here in the Rule 5 draft. We're going to be the only ones here in the second round, aren't we? So now it doesn't matter what order I draft players in, I can just draft players. We're going to get Robbie Watson. He's a closing pitcher, really high K per 9, 94. I really want strikeouts, I really want home runs. Let's bring Robbie Watson to the Marlins. Alright, no one drafted Gavin Sheets. We are going to do that now. We've really gotten little power out of our infield in this series, so I want some more competition. Ralph Carlisle, 74 overall third baseman, really good power, especially against righties. We'll make him a 5th round pick, which means we've drafted more players this year than last. Braden Zarbinski throws a 97 mile per hour fastball. I think we'll make him our last selection. Again, we won just our typical 6 games here in spring training. Zach Veen hit 5 home runs. We had Ji-Hwan Bae play better, 3 home runs, batting .320. Ed Howard hoping to bounce back from last season after dropping an average by 27 points, having a worse OPS, and also showing less power. So we bring in Gavin Sheets. He plays first base. 286, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, only 339 slugging. We'd like to get some more power. I'm really trying to get some more power from first and third base. His ISO is super low, and the same was the case for Will Benson, just a 0.83. And then Dom Thompson Williams, a 0.70. It's really difficult to get power, I've found, outside of Zach Veen. I love seeing all the extra base hits for Ji-Hwan Bae, 11 in the spring, 11 extra base hits in 75 at-bats. I think we'd all be happy with that. It's good enough for an ISO at 240, really solid. Jordan Brewer looks like he had a pretty good spring as well, 22 at-bats, a home run, just 1 RBI. Aaron Sabato hasn't done much. We drafted him, former first-round pick of the Twins, played with the big league team for a while and then developed for a season, and maybe we'll get some chances this year. Curtis Terry didn't play at the big leagues last season. The average has been low, so I wanted him to develop a little bit more. Austin Hendrick, he played a lot last season, but looks like his previous year was better. We have a lot of players who have a decent year and then do worse. Almost forgot to talk about the pitching, but Dennis Santana continues to pitch really well. He might be the ace of this team, putting up sub-4 ERAs 2 years in a row, continuing to get better. We're trying to find players that can actually get better for multiple years in a row, regardless of where that first season starts their progress. He's actually done it. Braden Zarbinski, 15 innings, 21 strikeouts. Even with a bad ERA of 6, that might make the team just for the strikeouts. Domingo Robles, 6.2 innings, 8 strikeouts. We had a few pitchers actually do a decent job at getting strikeouts. It's just been keeping that over the course of a season. Okay, we have an interesting situation now too, because I've been optioning players down to AAA, Now we're at the point where a lot of them are going to have to actually pass through waivers in order to go down there. So we might see some players leave. Unfortunately, Caleb Ort, who in that first episode was actually an all-star, I've been developing him for a handful of years, but the ratings just aren't really getting better. I'm not sure if he just wasn't pitching much down at AAA, but he's going to have to pass through waivers. Alright, here's what we're working with then for this season. We are actually going to have, I think, all the draft picks make the roster this time around. So I do want to see what Ralph Carlisle can do at third base, but Alika Williams is also going to start primarily against lefties. Will Benson is going to play, and Jordan Brewer is now going to be splitting time with Dom Thompson-Williams until he gets a bit more consistent. Ji-Hwan Bae is going to be playing a lot. Gavin Sheets as well at first base. Some Aaron Sabato as well, I think against lefties. And then we have a few new pitchers as well. We'll see how Zarbinski and Watson fit into the bullpen. I like overall where the pitching is. At this point, we got to get some runs. Hopefully the changes today help us. And by the way, now team salaries are at $64 million, easily the highest of the series. I think the previous high was like 48. I do plan to actually play a game today too. But we start off the season, and hey, we were 500 4 games in. And now the losing. But we do score 1 win against the Mets, 1 win here, 2 against Atlanta. That's a split. Trying to hopefully win a series here before the month ends. And we split again with San Francisco and end up taking 2 or 3 from Milwaukee. That's 10-15 in the first month. Now you're still looking at a team that really isn't hitting that well. 219 average, easily the worst. And then for home runs, well, 19th is a lot better than where it's been. And it looks like we're getting that from Veen, Gavin Sheets, Chadwick Trump, Ji-Hwan Bae, although the average is down now. Dom Thompson-Williams hitting 235. He's on a cold streak. Will Benson, those numbers are better than the spring for him. I like what Alika Williams is doing. First year was really fun. Second year, a little step back. Now we see where he goes at age 26. Jordan Brewer, he spent last year down at AAA after a couple sub-200 hitting seasons, so perhaps seeing the development pay off there a bit more. Ooh, we love seeing this from JT Ginn. That's a really good first month. Almost a strikeout per inning, 1.34 whip, and that's after going backwards in his development. Adonis Medina, we just drafted him, just a 108 whip, more than a strikeout per inning. And 3 homers allowed in 25 innings isn't too bad. So our goal this year is to obviously get under 100 losses. And ideally, you know, we could do a little bit better than just getting to like 66 wins or something. The progress has been slow. This is not a bad start to the month here. That's 5 wins in a single week. I mean, we're only a handful of games under 500. We do go on a little losing streak here in the middle of May, unfortunately. And in these losses, the pitching is not seeming to be the issue. It's still the hitting. By the end of the month, looks like 19 victories. 10 homers for Veen, but also 10 for Alika Williams. His career high is 17. I mean, a home run every 3.5 games right now? What is his ISO? 317? How is this happening? Well, you obviously have to make him an everyday third baseman at this point. Carlisle isn't even doing a bad job. This is actually some good competition for the team. All right, into June. We have a 21-36 record. This seems to be an okay month for us. although another losing stretch here, and we close with a 30-49 record. Still not a winning franchise, but going into the All-Star break on a really nice streak here of 5 wins. That's 38 wins in the first half. 22 off of our highest ever. So Zach Veen seems to still be one of the top players, continuing to develop. Really excited to see how high rated he can actually become. Alika Williams, though, 16 home runs at the same time, 78 power against lefties. We're seeing those power attributes go up pretty significantly in just half a season. We're also getting a career year from Chadwick Trump, when I thought by now Cal Raleigh would have become the starter, but we're getting home runs more often. He's reaching base more often. The OPS is up 200 points. I mean, this is tremendous improvement by multiple players. Will Benson, 13 homers, 263. It's just his first season. Now, some of these ratings are going down. He's not doing well against lefties, it appears. I wonder if the splits actually show that. You have to go to the main stats page here and scroll right for a while. But eventually, you'll see he is only hitting 154 against lefties. None of his 13 home runs have been against lefties. His ratings weren't good there to begin with, and they're not getting any better there. In that case, then, I think we can have Dom Thompson Williams play in right field then against lefties. He's still hitting 263. He's actually having a pretty decent season. Checking on the AAA team now, we do have Nick Gonzalez doing a really good job, but every time we bring him up to the majors, we've gotten lackluster play. He doesn't hit for a lot of power. He has 1 year with a broken out average at 255. I don't know, I think we just let him keep developing here and see where things go. Yeah, this is a nice year for JT Kinn right now. Matt Hall as well. This feels like kind of the patience paying off overall in this series. Like, so many players are having career years. Maybe we're seeing the drop off now for Derek Rodriguez, but there are other players stepping up. This is playing out much better than I could have imagined. Now, I just want the win total to reflect that. So many players are having career years. It has to eventually lead to some wins. And we close out this, stretch, getting to 43 and 60. Another win there against the Yankees. So we're close to getting to 60 again. The losing streaks seem to be getting shorter. The winning streaks are getting longer. And of course, as soon as I say that, we'd lose a whole week straight. And we end August 55 and 76. So what's realistic here? Probably getting to 65 wins. Another 5-game improvement. Zach Veen might hit less home runs this year. Will Benson, 21 home runs. Alika Williams at 19, maybe finally cooling off a little bit here. Overall, though, plus 10 power versus lefties in 1 year. All right, I want to see more than 60 wins. We start September off super strong. There's 60 right there on September 8th. Next win sets a new series record. We got it there against Atlanta. Now it's all about just setting the bar. What do we chase in the next season? 63, 64, 65 here against the Rays. All right, let's get into some action now with these Miami Marlins, sitting at 66 and 94. So far at a 6-game improvement from last year. I wanted to pitch with perhaps the best pitcher we have right now. He's put up the best numbers. This is lefty Matt Hall. We'll go up against Brady Singer. Didn't want to face Jake DeGrom a couple days earlier. You can probably imagine why. But let's talk about this team's improvement now going into the rest of this experiment. I'm basically willing to keep doing this as long as we haven't plateaued entirely and you're interested in watching. So please leave your feedback down below. Leaving a like is also very helpful. But let's get into a matchup here, and being that we're in like 2027, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to recognize these rosters. I don't know who this batter is. Sean Arias. This one's ripped. That's going to be foul. Do have quick counts on, by the way, for a faster pace of play. And that is a grounder over to third. Alika Williams, can't wait to hit with him. Well, Bryce Harper is still on this team. 48 homers on the season. We have a lefty-lefty matchup. Why do the catchers always want me to throw the curveball here facing these star players? Well, I just saw down below on the ticker, David Dahl's hit like 24 homers this year for Texas. I'm sure there are some really fun success stories around the league going like 6 years into this. Rowdy Tellez, 32 home runs. Wow. So at the beginning of this series, he would have been like a bench player for the Blue Jays, or I'm not sure if this roster had him on the Brewers. That's where he is currently in real life. 3-2 to Bryce Harper. Nice curveball from Matt Hall, strike 3. All right, I want to see this offense now. Zach Veen, 26 homers. Probably won't get to 30 unless we have a career day here, but still, best position player I think we have on the team. But Alika Williams might be giving him a run for that title. I gotta say, I like Brady Singer's delivery here. It's nice and quick. 3-2. Oh boy, elevated that one, trying to go get it. Looks so good. I really thought Dom Thompson Williams would be doing what Zach Veen has been doing, but just hasn't gotten to that level. Going the other way, though. He's going to get a base hit. All right, Gavin Sheets, first year with the Marlins, hitting .238, gave us some added power. We completely changed around first base this year. Went from having Curtis Terry, Matt Thaiss. We ended up with both Gavin Sheets and Aaron Sabato playing a lot, and I think that helped our power numbers a lot. I'm excited to check out the home run numbers at the end. I think we'll actually be in like the mid-20s, which is improvement. Taking off, and a base hit into left field. Can't get to third on that, but 2 aboard. And here's one of the best new additions to the team. A guy who hasn't hit lefties all season long, but hasn't needed to. This is Will Benson, 263. I forgot what it said, 25 home runs, 75 RBIs. A quality lefty hitter joining the team. And now 2 on, 1 down. Alika Williams on deck. I'm so impressed by these stat lines. Will Benson, here's an opportunity. Oh boy, good sinker there from Singer. He's a ground ball pitcher. We're hoping to avoid one of those. Oh man, I thought it was going to go inside. All right, here is Alika Williams. Lefties, righties, doesn't matter. A bit better, though, against righties. 48 RBIs, 13 home runs. All in all, a fantastic year. Trying to upgrade third base in the Rule 5 draft. Turns out we already had the right player. Oh, I'm late on that. 2-2, by the way. Sometimes I forget about these quick counts. 3-2. Chadwick Tromp on deck. It's a career year for him. Here we go. Oh, good slider. Whenever I throw that pitch, it ends up nowhere near there. Second inning now. Matt Hall facing Rowdy Tellez. See, when I want to throw the breaking ball, just like right here, that's what I get. I don't get that slider 3 inches below the zone. So that's why I ended up going fastball. Oh boy. That'll stay in though. Fly ball into right. Oh boy, that's close. Milestone watch, 99 career home runs. Don't tell me that. Not interested. Strike 3 for Matt Hall. Second one with that curveball. Chadwick Trump, 19 home runs. Would like a nice 20. Playing better on the road than at home. You don't like it here in front of the aquarium? Really like his batting stance too. This is a good one for like road to the show, I think. 1-2. Drilled it to center. Come on. Number 20 right there. Let's see it. It's out of here. You're not bringing that back. Chadwick Trump, number 20, and the Marlins have taken the lead. Ji-Hwan Bae, just 221 this season. Let's see, trying to read the small text on the scoreboard. I think he had just a handful of home runs. Looks like 16 or something. I can't tell if that's a 4, a 6, or an 8. It's one of them. Whoa, watch out. Did that hit him? No. He was playing that off like it hit him. 2-2. Ooh. Wow, on the 10th pitch of the at-bat, fouling off everything until we get a nice fastball up to line into center. We're hitting the ball pretty well. Here's Ed Howard, 15 homers, hitting in the low 200s. Ooh, that's a home run pitch right there. So I'm not going to be, as worried if we're not getting a ton of power from second base and short. If we can, that's great. But really wanted to get those situations figured out at first and third and then solidify the outfield a bit, and we've done that. And now we're definitely going to be laying down a bunt, and I'm not good at bunting. Although that might be my best bunt ever. Come on. Nolan Arenado made the same play today against the Twins. It looked almost identical to that play that was just made at third base. Only they actually got 2 because it was against Michael Pineda, who was like 20 feet away from first by the time the throw got there. All right, Zach, let's bring home a run now. Runners at the corners, 3-2. Ooh, good changeup. That might have been just early. Let's see what they say. Yeah, just early. If you hit that ball, though, with early timing like that, you're probably just grounding it anyway. Almost got it down the line. He's trying to get that ground ball here, and he's liking that changeup right now. Good pitch again from Singer. Low in the zone. He gets out of the inning. Matt Hall really dominating these lefties today. Can I step off here? We've already gotten this to work twice. The game is tied. Not interested in talking about it. Here's a strikeout for Michael Chavis. Bottom 3, here is Alika Williams, 0 for 1 on the day. Gavin Sheets on first base. Here's Williams. Wow, good slider. When did he develop this elite control? We start the 4th inning with a walk of Alec Boehm. Struck out Harper the first time up, and going with the pitch, we could have had a double play. So close. Instead, first and third, nobody out. That ball was smoked. Wander Franco just hit his 33rd home run of the season here in this episode. No surprise, he's developed well. Now runners at the corners, trying to work around it, and let's see here. We're going to have a play at the plate, it looks like, and it's not in time. And, oh no, that's not what I wanted there. No, he went around! Come on, can we at least have an appeal? Oh man, this inning is frustrating. And now we have Connor Scott, who hit that homer earlier. Come on, Matt Hall. No, that's not what I wanted. At least two are going to score. We chase it all the way into the corner. And that is going to empty the bases. RBI triple. That's frustrating. We had a line drive that was almost a double play ball. And then we had an error on what could have been a double play. The margin for error is not going to let you get away with those two plays. And the line drive by Harper, you know, it's just a good hit. Just would like to make that play. But now we're going to need these bats to show up. We've drawn a walk here in the fourth inning. Ed Howard to first. Matt Hall, pinch hit 4. Only going to go 4 innings today as we bring in Curtis Terry. Oh, whoa, that one got away. I don't know if we can get the second, though. Curtis Terry into the right center gap. Come on, go first to third on that. Let's get at least one back this inning. All right, Zach Veen. Show us why you're the best on the team. Yep, we're tagging on that. I'm not sure if we should have, but it worked.
Up next to them.
Dom Thompson Williams draws a walk, and we might have something here. Can Gavin Sheets get a hit against the lefty Castano? Or we try to stay patient and draw another walk. Ooh, that's a good pitch. I thought about letting it go. That ends the inning 5-2.
Attention, please.
He's been developing down at AAA for a few years now. We let Riley Thompson be a long reliever this season, and he did a really good job. A 3.49 ERA. He's going to get some strikeouts. He's gotten a lot better. So we're counting on him for, 2 innings here would be great. Got Arias 2-2. That's a nasty curveball. 2-2 to Alec Bohm. We're going to that curveball again, and this one's going to be launched. It's either a home run or a strikeout. Oh boy. Now it's the fastball driven to right center, and Bryce Harper goes into the first row. Number 49. Alika Williams batting here in the 5th inning. One of the team's newest stars. Down 5, runner aboard. Fouled that one back. Ooh, got that one down the line. Good hitting by Alika Williams. We're trying to get to second base. There's a double.
The catcher, number 14.
That's in the air to center. Didn't time that one up great. Don't want to test this time. Got to get at least one here. Oh man, I forgot it was going to be a 2-strike count here with quick counts, so Looks like it's up to Ed Howard. Second and third, nobody out. Are we going to get anything? Wow, good pitch. Previous pitch was inside. Thought that one was going to be as well. All right, we brought in Adonis Medina this season, a 4.79 ERA. Righties have hit close to 300 against him, but he's gotten the strikeouts. So I think you look at that and say, okay, let's see if we can keep the strikeouts and just improve everything else next season. On the ground, that's what we like to see. Double play. Ralph Carlisle, Rule 5 pickup this year, 9 home runs, 23 RBIs. Not sure how many at-bats he got, but Alika Williams was the starting third baseman for most of the year, so that's not too bad for coming off the bench all season. On the ground, and played that perfectly. He's out. Ooh, that one got away. We're going to take second base here, I think. Yes. Zach Veen drew a walk. Now he's in scoring position. Looks like this inning is up to Gavin Sheets. 22 homers, 64 RBIs. Yeah, this was a really successful year. Not just like with players developing, but I feel like the Rule 5 pickups were all really solid. Sheets, Benson, Medina had, at least some strikeouts. I think only one player really struggled from the Rule 5 drafts. Come on, get down. Yes! Get going, Zach Veen. That's one. Durbin Feltman, struggling against lefties, but another reliever here with over a strikeout per inning on average. So I wanted strikeouts, we're getting them. I wanted more home runs. Yep, that too. Can't wait to see where we go from here. Nice play, Alika Williams. Okay, don't want the slider up there. Ooh, nice slider there on the outside corner, and we don't allow any runs here in the 7th. Let's see if we can make this interesting. We have Alika Williams batting here in the 7th inning. Love seeing some breakout seasons here. 2-1. That one is drilled into left field, and that is going to be down for extra bases. Another double for Alika Williams. Chadwick Trump. Full count, nobody out. And that's into left center field. I think that's going to get down. Whoa, it kept going. I thought it might be caught, just a lazy fly ball. That had so much hang time. So it's the second time now we've had second and third, nobody out. Ji-Hwan Bae. No, chasing a splitter low. I can't get nothing in 2 of these situations. At least one. That's a tough take there. Not sure I'm doing much with that ball anyway. 2-2 to Ed Howard, the shortstop. No, we popped it up. All right, off the bench, Austin Hendrick. Only hit 199 this year, but we get one of our lefties off the bench now. Base hit, probably scores 2. Well, I don't know. It's Trump at second base. And he strikes out on the splitter. Second and third twice, and we get nothing. DJ Hers, a lefty, who had a 3.73 ERA, 31 innings, 31 strikeouts. JT Realmuto. That is going to be a fly ball center field. Shouldn't be an issue. They actually have shadows here for like the seagulls that are flying around. Hers picks up the strikeout that time against Scott. And now Michael Chavis trying to keep the game within reach. Reaching out for one there, that's for sure. 2-2. Here's the slider. And he hit that pretty well. Now just blow him away with the fastball. How do you lay off that when you swing at that pitch earlier? 3-2 to Chavis. Okay, whatever. They brought in the lefty, and this team is really left-handed heavy. So we're going to need something nice here in the 8th inning from the top of our order. Got a walk from Zach Veen. Thompson Williams, 4-6-3. Braden Zarbinski was one of the new additions to the team. A lot of strikeouts for him, 111 in 93 innings. I think we finally figured out some things this season. And that one is going to get to the outfield wall. It's a leadoff double. There we go. Oh, wait. Never mind. I thought he was on first base, and now a throwing error. No. All right, time to make up for it, hopefully. Oh, come on. That's on a 2-strike count, too. 3-2 now. They are loaded. And it's Bryce Harper. 1 homer away from 50 on the season. And he went after that one. We got the out at home. Harper's out. Double play. Still down by 4, but still pretty exciting. Let's just walk to Les here. Get to Ben Gamble. 0 for 4 on today, and a 3-1 count. Come on, Zarbinski. Gotta throw the fastball here. It's the only thing he's confident in. What do you throw it up to? 99? Let's see it right here. 98, fouled off. Alright, we gotta come back with something else now. Slider. Left it up, and Gamble can't do enough with it. Last inning here for Miami. We're down by 4. Been a pretty fun game. We've had a lot of base runners. We just leave them on base every time. That's a fly ball into left field, and he didn't have to move at all. All right, Alika Williams. 2 doubles on the day. Maybe team MVP. 3-2 count from Graveman. Right back up the middle. He'll make the play.
Second baseman, G1 Bay.
Ground ball to second base. That is the game. The Marlins put up an entertaining fight, but dropped the game 7-3. Still feel really good about the progress. I think in the beginning, like, just getting to 66 wins or whatever would have been disappointing. But the way we've done it makes me hopeful that there's potential for more wins to come. I think we still have enough young players continuing to develop, and we have some hope for the future. How old is Alika Williams? Let's see. We have some 85 overall players now, by the way. And Gonzalez, I think, went up like 5 overall just playing at AAA. Like, there can still be some late breakouts for players. But when it comes to Alika Williams, he's only 26 years old. And got a lot of really good upgrades this season across the board. I love what he's done this year. I think he's one of the new stars of the team. We end the year with a 66-96 record. That is the best we have ever done. Here are the team stats from this year. And the Marlins, 29th in batting average, but at least we're not in last place there. For home runs, we finished 23rd. Veen hit 26, Benson 25, Sheets 22. How about team ERA? 26th. Still some areas for improvement there. How about home runs allowed? We're 24th. So we had 5 players get the 20 home runs this year, thanks to that one I hit with Chadwick Trump. I really feel like we might have turned a corner here in the series. We're trying to become a 500 team now to get into the point where we can actually start to talk about competing. Gavin Sheets, only 28, got a little bit of development this season. Will Benson, we've talked about him. He's really good against righties, not so good against lefties. Veen's up to an 85. So here is a screenshot of the beginning of the episode, all those overalls. And here we are now. We have a lot less players that are in the 70s getting playing time. Some in the bullpen, but as far as position players, like Alika Williams is the lowest rated starter, and he just became one of the best players on the team. What do you think about this team's future? Could we actually do something with this roster? Does this give you enough hope for what's to come with the Marlins? Let me know down below. Thank you all for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see where the Marlins go from here. Have a great day.